Many of us love sweet drinks like soda, Sprite, Coke, Snapple. Alright, when I was a kid, I used to love sweets. I was like a sweet fiend. It's dumbed down a little bit now, but when I was a kid, my sister used to always tell me, like, you need to stop drinking too much sweets. It has too much high fructose corn syrup. I was like, I don't really know what that is, so I'm just gonna ignore what you said. Just keep doing what I do. And then my dad used to always chime in. He used to be the one who used to buy me Cokes and Sprites and all that. People like, see, he's drinking soda again. And my sister was like, see, Dad, he never listens. And then I look at my dad, he just starts grinning, like, like I got you, whatever. And then she used to tell me, like, 2 or 3 years later, you're gonna gain a lot of weight, you're gonna get fat. And I was just like, yeah, right. I'm not really gonna get fat. Fast forward 2 or 3 years later, I got fat. So I started to really think about what high fructose corn syrup was and what it does to your body. Like I'm just gonna explain to you how high fructose corn syrup started, how it's made, and how our body breaks down high fructose corn syrup. So high fructose corn syrup started in the 60s, and people didn't really gravitate to it until around the late 90s, because around 1980, people were thinking that it was messing up your metabolism, it's starting to slow down. But scientists started to, really start to do a lot of research and realize that that's really not the case. So it kind of, that topic kind of just blew over. And so late 1990 and early 2000s is when it really started to pick up. And pretty much all the products started to change. Coke changed, Sprite changed, Snapple changed. Pretty much almost every drink has high fructose corn syrup. If you look in the ingredients, like the first thing you see is high fructose corn syrup. So they decided to make high fructose corn syrup because it's a lot cheaper than regular sugar. And so how it's made is that it's made out of cornstarch. So they break down the molecules in cornstarch, and then it starts to become a liquid substance. And then that's when they start to put in the drinks and everything. And then after that, they just make it as usual as they did before, but instead of like regular sugar, they use mostly high fructose corn syrup. And so how our body breaks it down is that it's pretty much similar to honey, regular sugar. That's what they tell us, regular sugar. It's 48% glucose and 52% fructose. So regular sugar is around 60% fructose and 40% glucose. So our body, it kind of breaks it down the same way, but it's proven that high fructose corn syrup, our body breaks it down similar or kind of differently in a way is that it digests differently, so it kind of goes through our body quicker than regular sugar, and that's pretty much it. So in conclusion, high fructose corn syrup has changed many foods. It changed many foods because it is a lot cheaper. It is just as sweet as regular sugar, and the body breaks it down just as regular as honey or fake sugar, brown sugar. Now that we have learned what high fructose corn syrup is, how can we describe it to another person? So it's pretty much just saying it's similar to regular sugar. It's kind of different. It tastes a little different than regular sugar, but it's a lot cheaper to make, and it's so you can make a lot more products with it, and that's pretty much it.